Hi friends, how are you? Hope you are fine and everything is working well to you, right? So today's session is all about pre-stressed concrete. Today I will talk about pre-stressed concrete, its introduction. What are the different types of pre-stressed materials that we are going to use? I will talk about the materials and different types of pre-stressing that we will use and how to evaluate the resultant stress in case of pre-stressed concrete because of dead loads, live loads, and maybe because of pre-stressing forces. How to work out the resultant stress we will see in today's session, right? So if you are in online, please say hi so that I will understand. Like you people are in online, okay? Right. Second, let me check how many of you are in online. If you are in online, please say hi. Okay, right. So before I start the session, I just want to convey there is so much of free content is already happening in this Unacademy learning app. If you are a serious aspirant of GATE or ESE or any other competitive exam, then definitely I can recommend you guys to install this Unacademy learning app and take avail of this opportunity for free content at least. And moreover, you can follow me using this link which is given below. By using this link, you are able to follow me. When you are able to follow me, there are several advantages are there. So some people will say like, "Sir, what are the advantages that I will get when I am able to follow you?" First and foremost advantage, already the free content that was done by me for free of cost in an Academy learning app, you are able to access. Second advantage, the future coming free video lectures of mine will be notified to you. That is the second advantage. And coming to the third advantage, at the end of each and every free session in Unacademy Learning app, we will provide a PDF, free PDF notes to you. That also you are able to get for free of cost. These are the three advantages when you are able to follow me. Right? So use this link to follow me after you install the Unacademy Learning. Okay. Some people will also ask us, sir, okay, fine. Is there any paid courses or paid content is also there in Unacademy Learning app? Yes, brother, there are paid courses are also there in Unacademy Learning app. If you see this, after you install this Unacademy Learning app, you are able to see a terminology called as you are able to select a terminology called as here GATE and ESE. When you select this GATE and ESC, and from the main drop down menu you can move to plus courses. After you move to plus courses, you are able to see a tab called get subscription. I hope you are able to see a tab called get subscription here itself. After you press this get subscription, it shows that you are interested in taking the paid course. When you press this get subscription, there are two types of paid courses are there. One is like plus course, one is like iconic course. Whatever may be the course of your choice, you can select that particular paid course, and you will get unlimited access from India's topmost educators, and definitely you will be provided with complete recorded courses from India's best faculty. There is no doubt at all. Some people will also ask us, sir, is there any discount is available for the courses that are provided online? Yes, brother, coming to the discount, if you are using this code VT10, right, then definitely 10% discount will directly come to you on all the paid courses in Unacademy Plus. Some people will say, sir, that is fine. Okay. Can you tell us, can you please introduce yourself first? Yes, definitely, brother. Before I show you how to take the paid course with the help of screenshot, I will introduce myself first. Okay, right. I am Venkata Tilak. People call me as Venkata sir. Some people call me as Tilak sir. I completed my master's degree from University of Sheffield, England, and about to complete my doctoral degree, which is PhD. My background of education is completely into structural engineering. So here also in an academy, I am going to teach only structural subjects, ranging from engineering mechanics, strength of materials, structural analysis, concrete structures, steel structures, and finally to construction materials and management. These six subjects only I will tackle. Right. And coming to my previous work experience, previously I worked as research scientist or research engineer for a funded research project in University of South Carolina. This is in USA. For the same funded research project, I worked as a team lead also. Moreover, previously I worked as head of the Department of Civil Engineering in an engineering college called STEM. This is in Andhra Pradesh. That means I have both experience within India and outside India also. Coming to my uh, uh, design consultancy experience, even till today also I am working as an independent structural design consultant. I personally give structural drawings to my clients, and I personally give material testing reports to my clients. This is being an independently I work as a design engineer. Coming to my teaching experience, totally I have 12 years of teaching experience in teaching GATE and ESE in different coaching institutes all across India. This is my brief background, brother. Right. And hi Vasansai, how are you? Hope you are fine and everything is working well. Right. Yeah. Some people will also ask us, sir, how to take the paid course. So if you want to take the paid course, go to Play Store and type this name Unacademy Learning App. After you type this name Unacademy Learning App, you are able to see you are able to see a terminology called as, in this main drop down menu, go to plus courses, and select your target as the examination what you want to compete. So it may be GATE or ESE or maybe the PSU examinations. Select that particular goal. So I can select here GATE and ESE. After I select this one, in this, if I press this plus courses, it will show a tab called get subscription. When you press on this get subscription, you are showing, I hope you are able to see, the terminology here called get subscription. When you press on this get subscription, you are interested to take the paid course. Now after you press on the get subscription, everybody will ask like, sir, how the screen will look like, sir. This is how, brothers, the screen will look like when you press on get subscription. Like there are two courses, one is plus course and iconic course. If you want to choose this plus course, what is the cost for this plus course for different durations of programs? If it is a 12 months duration of program, then the cost after 10% discount. How you can get this 10% discount? In this referral code, here you need to type this code VD10 and you need to say proceed to pay. When you say proceed to pay, then definitely the price will be dropped by 10% from 30,000 to 27,000 roughly. So in such case, you are going to get 10% discount if you are able to use this code VD10. Don't forget to use this code VD10, brother. If you forget to use this code, you need to pay extra 10%. Which is not good, right? And one more thing I want to, some people will say like, sir, this is a huge amount. We are, okay, is there any possibility of EMIs? There are EMIs, no cost EMIs are also available for the plans which are more than 6 months. If the course duration is more than 6 months, in such case, you will be provided even with no cost EMIs also. That is a good thing that you can do that, or you can opt for that. And there are another type of course which is nothing but iconic course. In this iconic course, the specialty is two extra features will be there. You will be given with a separate mentor. Separate mentor. The mentor will track all your performance. Will track your performance, and he will give guidance to you. He will solve all your queries and he will give guidance to you. And moreover, you will get a pretty good notes, PDF notes from an academy. So these are the advantages, especially when you had taken iconic course more than plus, right? And coming to for even for iconic course or plus course, if you want to get 10% discount, brother, you need to use this code VT10. When you use this code VT10 directly, I hope you are able to see it. There is a pricing drop of 10% is directly available. Right? Now some people will say like, sir, what I will get if I had taken the paid course, right? So either maybe plus course or maybe iconic course. What I will get, what you will get is the first and foremost advantages. Instant doubt resolution is possible by the time when you had taken the paid course. The educator will directly talk to you through the polls and he will resolve all your doubts during the time of live classes itself. That is the first and foremost advantage, brother. So second advantage is uh, you will be supported with the help of test series like mock tests, daily wise tests, grand tests, subject wise tests. So you will write all the tests that are provided by an academy, and you will evaluate at what level you people are when compared to topmost students of an academy, and definitely you are able to improve your performance. There is no doubt at all. That is the advantage when you had taken the paid course. Coming to the third advantage, all the courses that are provided by an academy are completely structured courses. There is no need to plan yourself, brother. We will provide the plan. If you stick to that plan, definitely we are pretty much sure like you are able to crack the examination, competitive examination with very pretty good rank. There is no doubt at all. But you need to follow the structure what we are providing, right? You need to work out the problems that we are providing. And coming to the final advantages, you will be provided with unlimited access to all the lectures that are provided by an academy within the duration that you had taken, maybe 12 months or maybe 2 years or whatever that may be. You will be provided access to those recorded versions or maybe live lectures completely, maybe from any device of your comfort, maybe by mobile phone or maybe by smartphone or maybe other tab, depending on the comfort of your device. And these are some of the topmost indicators directly that we have. You can have a look directly in the app itself, brother. So you can have a look directly in the app. And I just want to convey the courses will be taught separately in English and also in Hindi. So there won't be any language barrier, brothers. If you guys are comfortable in Hindi, you guys will attend Hindi classes. If you guys are flexible with English, you can attend English classes. So the teachers for English classes and Hindi classes will be separate. So there won't be any language barrier also for you guys. Right. And coming to totally in GATE and ESE, how many courses we people had launched up to now? We people had launched up to now 8 courses in civil engineering. Out of those 8 courses, few courses are in English language, few courses are in Hindi language, two courses are long-term courses, two courses are short-term courses. When you had taken the paid course, brother, you will be provided access to all the courses that are launched by an academy, that are going to be launched by an academy also, brother. Okay, please be aware of that. And I want to convey every day my class is happening in this Let's Crack Gate and ESC Civil YouTube channel. My class is happening every day by 11 a.m. So you can ask your friends to attend for this class and take advantage of this free content. And last but not least, for you guys only we are doing this free content. Please like our videos, share our videos, subscribe to our channel Let's Crack Gate and ESC so that you will not miss even a single video from our channel, right? And even YouTube comments are also welcome. Please raise a thumbs up, please share our videos, subscribe to our videos. For you guys, I already started a Telegram group so that we can resolve your doubts. The name of the Telegram channel is Let's Crack Gate and ESC, and the name of another Telegram channel is Unacademy underscore Civil Engineering Tilak. If you come down to this Telegram group by using this link which is given below, then we are able to solve your doubt. Definitely you are able to, you can post your doubts and we will take care of your doubts, definitely, brother. Right. And before I start the session, I just want to convey there is a free mock test like Unacademy Combat. Mock test is also happening for GATE on this 29th of this December. So if you are a serious aspirant of GATE or ESC, if you want to check your performance when compared to topmost students on Academy, then definitely I can recommend you to write this free test for you, right? This is in this test, this best question, definitely it will create curiosity in you, that is created by best Unacademy educators. There is no doubt at all, right? And you can see the questions are very challenging, and you can, and it is really engaging and it is really fun making. There is no doubt. And you can see after this test is over, you will get detailed solution by detailed video solutions, not just a PDF solution. In addition to PDF solution, you will get a video solution, detailed video solution by India's topmost educators for those questions that are framed, right? And if you can see your performance directly in the app itself, and you can you can see what is the score that you had done in your examination, and what is the, you can see the ratings by different students, and also you can see what are the rewards that you got, what are the, I mean, financial rewards that you got. And after answering each and every question also, you can check like what is the leaderboard, what the leaderboard is saying, like, what is the rank of yours when compared to other students of India. So like that you can check your performance also in my performance too, right? And after, if you got 1 to 3 ranks in your branch, then either 3 months free subscription will be provided, or an equivalent amount of Amazon voucher will be provided to you. This is the price, brother, if you had got from rank 1 to 3, right? Sir, I am late to class. Okay, okay, basic vocals, it's not at all a problem, brother, not at all a problem, right? Yes, and yes, this recorded version is available. Even after this class is over, you can go through that recorded version. It's not at all a problem. So nothing will happen, brother. Okay, nothing. Please stay cool. Don't worry. Don't get excited too much. Since the recorded version is also available, you can have a look. It's not at all a problem, right? Okay. One thing. Some people will say like, sir, what I will get if I had take if I got a rank from 4th to 15th. In such case, you will be provided with 500 rupees Amazon voucher, brother. And definitely to write that examination, you must and should register, brother. To register for that examination, definitely I can say like you need to enroll for that one, right? In you need to install this Unacademy learning app. After you install this Unacademy learning app, you need to use this code called crackgate. When you use this code called crackgate, then only you are able to register for free. Register for free, else you need to use the payment, right? So why you need to use the payment, brother? Use this code crackgate so that you can register for free of cost, right? And coming to the combat or maybe the battle, it consists of 60 minutes, and the battle will be in the form of four types, I can say. In every combat, 15 questions are there. So totally you can expect 60 questions, and the competition will be for civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. So whatever may be the branch, you can opt for that one, and the result will be provided based on relative scoring, based on speed and accuracy. So based on this one, rating will be given. You will be provided with the ranks, brother, right? And you to enroll now in an academy combat by using this code. I hope you know this code. Use this code crackgate. So use this code crackgate to register for free, right? So shall we start the session, brother? Right, basic vocals or any other person who are on the online. So today we are starting pre-stressed concrete. Okay, right. Now, what is this pre-stressed concrete? First of all, let me define. I hope everybody knows what is concrete. Okay, everybody knows about concrete. What is pre-stressed concrete? That means concrete has already got stressed before it is subjected to loads, right? Concrete, which is which has already got stressed before its usage in field. That type of concrete is nothing but pre-stressed concrete. Okay, now everybody will say like, sir, is there any special code of practice is there for this pre-stressed concrete? Yes, brother, the name of the code of practice that we can use is IS 1343. Using this code IS 1343, you are able to design the pre-stressed concrete. One thing, right? So what is pre-stressing? First of all, the basic definition of pre-stressed concrete. Forget about the concrete terminology. You know the definition of concrete, like it's a homogeneous mixture of cement, coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, and water. That homogeneous mixture is nothing but concrete. Okay, what is pre-stressing? Stressing prior to loading. So before the application of loading on concrete, if the concrete has already got stressed, that is nothing but pre-stressing or stressing prior to the application of load. Prior means before, right? So stressing before to loading. So before application of loading, before application of loading on the concrete, that is nothing but pre-stressing. Okay, so in pre-stress, I hope you can say this is RCC, reinforced cement concrete. This is pre-stressed concrete, for example. In reinforced cement concrete, I hope you can see in reinforced cement concrete, this is compression zone, this is tension zone. I mean, in reinforced cement concrete, not the entire concrete will be under compression, but in case of pre-stressed concrete, I hope you here in case of pre-stressed concrete here, if this is a if this is a pre-stressed concrete, we are stressing this concrete as by applying tension force in the steel, by applying tension force in the steel, with the help of pre-stressing action, if I apply some tension force, this tension force will be applied as this tension force from steel will be applied as axial compression force on pre-stressed concrete, right? So the tension force from pre-stressing steel will be applied as axial compression force on uh, surrounding on entire cross sectional area of pre-stressed concrete. So you can see, like, in case of pre-stressed concrete, the entire cross sectional area is under compression. The entire cross section area is under compression. Whereas in case of RCC, few area of the cross section of concrete is under compression. That is the difference. So in RCC, few, I can say, I cannot say few, some amount of area. That is a better word, right? Let me write here some some amount of cross sectional area of concrete is under compression. This is in reinforced cement concrete. Whereas in case of pre-stressed concrete, this PSC, in case of pre-stressed concrete, uh, the entire cross section of concrete will be under compression. Because of which, man? Because of what this will be under compression? Due to application of pre-stressing tensile force from steel on surrounding concrete. Pre-stressing tensile force as axial compression force on entire cross section of is how. So as more area of the concrete is under compression, I can say in case of pre-stressing, in case of pre-stressed concrete, entire concrete is under compression. Whereas in case of RCC, some area of the concrete is only under compression. Concrete which is under compression is good. So here in case of pre-stressed concrete, as entire concrete is under compression, I can say high load carrying capacity, because more area of the concrete is under compression, so the developing stresses will be less, right? So high load carrying capacity of column. Now I can high load carrying capacity of element, I can say, I cannot say column. High load carrying capacity of element, or a high load carrying capacity of pre-stressed concrete than RCC of same dimension. Why so? Because why high load carrying capacity? I can say as the area of the concrete has got increased, then obviously the developing stresses will be less. As the area of pre-stressed concrete increases, then obviously developing stress is the resisting force per unit area, na? Then obviously developing stresses will be less than permissible stress is the best word. Developing stresses will be less than permissible or desired. So it is able to take care of more load. That is how we can mention that. Okay, some people will say like, or in case of RCC, steel in RCC is passive role. Steel in RCC is passive role. Steel in RCC is passive. Why it is passive role means because the steel is not applying any sort of compressive action on the surrounding concrete. But whereas in case of pre-stressed concrete, the steel in pre-stressed concrete is active in nature. So I can say steel in pre-stressed concrete is active. Why it is active, brother? The sense is very simple. Because of that tension steel that is applying as compressive force on surrounding concrete, right? So that's the reason why it is active in nature. Now some people will say like, sir, before I talk about the material, some people will say, sir, can you show a pictorial view how the load carrying capacity of pre-stressed concrete will be more? Everybody will ask from the basics, right? So this is how I can show. I just want to show you, brothers. I hope you are able to see. This is a normal bending or flexural member. I hope you are able to see, right? Normal or general or flexural member, unstressed beam, I can say. General beam. Okay, beam. If I take a beam, now because of this application of loads, this is how the beam may deflect. Okay, fine. This is how the beam may deflect down because of the application of loads. This is step 1 or step 2. Now, if I want to design this beam as a pre-stressed concrete, then what I will do? Then I will take a tendon. Everybody will ask us, sir, what is tendon? Tendon or cable or strand. How I can define this tendon or cable or strand? It is a group of wires which are twisted together. Group of wires, group of wires which are twisted together. Such a group of wires which are twisted together, either we can call it as tendon or cable or strand. Generally, we use the terminology called as tendons in case of pre-stressed concrete. Just like reinforcement in case of pre-stressed concrete is nothing but tendon. Simply, in other words, in your layman language, I can say like uh, in layman language, I can say reinforcement in pre-stressed concrete is called tendons or cable or strand. Okay, now the question is, okay, sir. Now you take before you cast this concrete, for example, this is the concrete. Before you cast this concrete, you are keeping a reinforcement or tendon here clearly in the tension zone of the concrete. This is the tension zone of the concrete. The tension zone of the concrete, you are applying some tension force on the reinforcement or tendons. After you apply tension force on the tendons, after you apply sufficient tension force on the tendons, if you provide in this girder, if you provide in this girder completely casted with concrete, this is how you had casted the concrete, brother. Concrete has got casted. After the steel has got stressed into tension action, the concrete has got casted. After the concrete has got casted, maybe like 14 days or 28 days, when I already stressed tendons were, if the already stressed tendons were cut here, if already stressed tendons were cut, right? I hope this is how the tendons in fourth step is how from the tendons the tension force is acting from the reinforcement to the surrounding concrete. This is how the pre-stressing force is applied. I hope you are able to see, right? I hope you are able. This is how pre-stressing force. So how this pre-stressing force is applied? That means stressing the steel prior to the application of concrete. Here we are applying stress in steel prior to the casting of concrete itself. So after the concrete has got casted, if I cut these two if I cut these two uh, pre-stresses at the end, pre-stressing action with the help of jacks, that pre-stressing action, instead of tension action, it will be applied as compression action on the surrounding concrete. Now you can take, this is concrete block. This concrete block is having a reinforcing tendon. that the reinforcing tendon is applying some compressive action, very good compressive action on the surrounding concrete. So from the pre-stress, the force will be applied as compression on the concrete. When the force is applied on the compression on the concrete, this is how the force is applied. I hope in step number 5, this is how the force is applied. This is how the bending action is possible. The bending is not coming down, now brother. The bending is going up, isn't it or not? The bending is going up. This is how the pre-stress deflection. So because of pre-stressing action, this is how the deflection is there. So this is the pre-stress deflection up with. Now if you take how the loads are getting applied, this is how in step number 1 the loads are getting applied vertically downwards. When this has got deflected up, when the loads are vertically downwards, you can see how the deflection can come, brother. The deflection can come definitely as if the upward deflection because of pre-stressing is equal to downward deflection because of transverse loads. That's how we are designing, right? So what is the concept of designing? Maybe from step number 4 and 6. What is the concept of designing? Concept of designing is very simple, like whatever may be the upward deflection because of pre-stressing action in pre-stressed concrete is equal to total downward deflection because of loads, right? So let me write that. So total, instead of saying total better, let me write let me write what is the concept of designing from step number 4 to 6. I can say from step number 5, step number 5 deflection is equal to deflection that is coming into picture because of second. So this and this both deflection should be same. So in such case we can say uh, vertical upward deflection due to pre-stress. This should be equal to the deflection that is coming into picture because of this vertically downward transverse loads. The transverse loads, right, is equal to vertical downward deflection due to transverse load. The transverse loads are flexural loads, right? So due to, I can say, due to transverse. Now see, when the upward deflection is equal to downward deflection, in such case, the net deflection will be flat. That means the deflection will not be downwards, net deflection, the net deflection will not be upwards, right? So I can say total deflection is flat. This is the concept generally we are using, right? Yes. So transfer. This is the concept. Okay. Now the question is, sir, we understood what is pre-stressing. That is stressing the concrete prior to the application of loads on it. Before its application in site directly, that is nothing but pre-stressed concrete. Okay, sir, that is fine. Now, what are the materials that are used in pre-stressed concrete? I just want to talk about that, right? Brother, shall we go to that materials? Before I go to materials, some people will say like, sir, is there any better slide so that we can do how we can do this pre-stressing in a well manner? Can you show that one? Why not, brother? Definitely, I can definitely show that to you. There are two abutments. How this pre-stressed concrete is manufactured generally, right? So this is one abutment. Let me show you with it. This is one abutment. This is one abutment and this is another abutment. So between these two abutments, we are joining these two abutments with the help of a steel tendon or steel reinforcement, or people call it as, or steel tendons or cables or wires or jacks, wires. So with the help of these two abutments which are at these ends, we are moving one abutment. When we are moving one abutment, that abutment will apply tension action in the steel tendons, definitely, isn't it or not? This is how the tension action is embedded in this in the steel tendons. After the tension action is after the tension action is developed in the steel tendons, I hope you are able to see this is how the framework of concrete is. You can go for the framework of concrete. After the framework of concrete, after this steel tendons are associated to tension, okay, we can apply casting of concrete. This is the concrete has got, let me show you clearly. This is how concrete has got casted. Is how the concrete has got casted. Is it visible to you clearly? So casting of concrete, I hope you know. So manufacturing of concrete by keeping already the manufactured concrete, already fresh concrete in the form of framework. That is nothing but casting of concrete. After the concrete has got casted, right now you can understand how this action that is there in the steel tendons, the action that is there in the steel tendons are tension in action, right? Is how the steel tendons right now in this maybe stage 1, maybe stage 2. In stage 2, steel tendons are in tension action. Uh, in pre-stressed concrete, there are two types of pre-stressed concrete, brother. Let me tell you first that. Second, in pre-stressed concrete, there are two types of pre-stressed concrete. One is pre-tensioned concrete. Second one is post-tensioned concrete. I am showing these thing for pre-tensioned systems or pre-tensioned concrete. So what is this pre-tensioned concrete, brother? So in this pre-tensioned concrete, first of all, I will tension this steel tendons. After the steel tendons were tensioned, and after casting the framework of concrete, and after casting of concrete, if I cut the tendons, I hope you can see cutting of tendon. So how you can cut the tendon with the help of some cutting elements? You can cut the tendon here, and you can cut the tendon here. When you cut the tendon here, the tension force in the tendon will be applied as compressive action. The tension force out at the cutting of tendon, tension force or tension force from tendon will be applied as compressive action, compressive action on the surrounding concrete, on the surrounding concrete. See here, when this is how the force has got applied. When this is how the force has got applied, now this tendon is there, has got kept in tension zone. I hope clearly you are able to see this is the tendon. This tendon was kept in tension zone, so because of which the bending will takes place. How the bending will takes place, brother? Here, now because of this tendon in tension zone, the bending will happen in this way. I mean, upward bending is possible. Now, some small sort of upward bending. Right now, before the application of loads on this pre-stressed concrete, the concrete has already got stressed, right? So, concrete uh, prior to the application of load has got stressed, right? Has got stressed. So that's the reason why we can say like what is the name of this concrete is called as concrete. Concrete has got we can say here concrete has got stressed before, right? And here there is tensioning, pre-tensioning action was already happened in this tendon. So this type of concrete is nothing but pre-tensioned system. Here we call it as pre-tensioned system. Why we can call it as pre-tensioned concrete? Because the concrete here, here the steel reinforcement has got stressed before the application of stress on concrete here. That's the reason why we can call it as pre-tensioned system, right? So can I move to the next slide, brother? Because I want to discuss first what are the different materials that we can use for pre-stressed concrete. Is that okay? Can I move to the next slide? Right, moving to the next slide. So coming to the materials. So before I move to materials, uh, I can say in pre-stressed concrete, there are two types of pre-stressed concrete. Pre-tensioned concrete, pre-tensioned concrete, this is post-tensioned concrete. So what is this pre-tensioned concrete? Concrete, concrete here in this pre-tensioned concrete, concrete has got casted concrete has got casted here. Terminology itself will tell you. Pre-tensioned before casting of concrete, uh, steel or I can say reinforcement or cables, steel or tendons or cables are stressed prior. Stressed prior. So as the steel, as the tendons or cables are stressed prior to the casting of concrete, that's the reason why we call this type of concrete tension. What is post-tensioned concrete? Post-tensioned concrete. Name itself will mention. Like so, after the concrete has got casted here, post means after. Simply after. So after casting of concrete, the stress are the steel or tendons or cables are steel or tendons or cables are stressed. So I can say that steel or tendons or has got stressed after casting the concrete, right? So that's the reason why we call that type of post tension. I had shown you the figures for pre-tension concrete. This is how you can see the concrete has got. This is how this is an example for pre-tension system. So before the casting of this concrete here, the reinforcement or whatever that may be, you can call the tendons were stressed prior. That's the reason why we call it as pre-tension system. Before casting of concrete, steel tendons were stressed prior. Stressed. That's the reason why this type of pre-stressing action, pre-tension. Now coming to the materials. So as in pre-stressed concrete, there are two types of pre-stressed concrete are there. Pre-tensioned concrete, pre-tensioned concrete. Second one is post-tensioned concrete. Pre-tensioned concrete, post-tensioned concrete. There are two types of concrete are there. Okay. In this pre-tensioned concrete, how you can define? If you refer to IS 1343, according to IS 1343, if you refer, the minimum grade of concrete that I need to use for pre-tensioned concrete is M40, whereas the minimum grade of concrete that I need to use for post-tension concrete is M30. Let me, these are the minimum grades. Minimum grades of pre-stressed concrete. One is pre-tensioned concrete, second one is post minimum grades of pre-stressed concrete. What is the name of the code of practice? The designation of the code of practice IS 1343, which will give the design guidelines of pre-stressed concrete. Right. Now, some people will also ask us, sir, okay, if you refer to normal, what is the minimum grade of concrete for RCC? So for RCC, the minimum grade is M20. Minimum grade of concrete for RCC in normal structures. For RCC along sea coastal areas, along sea coastal areas, the minimum grade of RCC is M30. So this is as per IS 45. See, uh, pre-stressed concrete is different, normal concrete is different. This normal concrete is as per IS 456, whereas the pre-stressed concrete here it is based on IS 1343. Now you can understand the very basic common sense is either for pre-tensioned concrete or for post-tensioned concrete. As the concrete is under heavy compressive action, you can understand like high compressive strength concrete should be used. That is the very basic common sense, right? So, high grade concretes, pre-tension or post-tension. In case of pre-tensioned concrete or in case of post-tensioned concrete, for pre-stressed concretes especially, concretes of high grade concretes are required. Why high grade? As entire cross-sectional area of concrete under heavy compression force to resist that heavy axial compression force, high grades of concrete are required. So to resist heavy axial compressive forces, high grades of concrete are required, right? High grades of concrete are required. So that's the reason why the common sense says is high grades of concrete. As per IS 1343, the minimum grades are M40 and M30. Okay, now coming to that one. Now the question is, sir, what about steel, sir? What is the type of steel generally I can use here? See here, brother. We are applying heavy axial compression forces on concrete with the help of pre-tensioning or post-tensioning or with the help of reinforcement only, right? So with the help of tendons only, with the help of tendons, or another name I can say with the help of tendons or cables, with the help of tendons or cables only, we are applying very huge compression forces. We are applying very high axial compression forces on concrete. So to take care of that one, how we can apply heavy axial compression forces from tendons on concrete? If the tendons are very high strength in nature, then only I can apply heavy axial compression force from the tendons on the concrete, right? So I can say in such case the tendon should be of high strength in nature, right? So the common sense says is the tendon should be of very high tension action. So high tension steel, HT steel is used in manufacture of tendons. In manufacture of tendons. What is a tendon, brother? Tendon is a combination of, it's a group of cables, tendons or cables or wires. It's a group of wires which are twisted together. Tendons or cables. or strands. How we can define this one? Group of wires which are twisted together. Which are how we can say now. Okay, right now everybody will say Salazar, they was mentioning high tension steel. Okay, that is fine. What is the grade of that high tension steel that we are going to use for this tendons or cables or strands? Example is high HT 2350. And I use this high tension 2350, the yield strength of that steel is 2350. That means when compared to mild steel, almost the strength of this high tension steel is almost 10 times more, right? 10 times more. Why I need to use high tensile one? Because here to take care of those heavy axial compressive stresses to form on concrete, I need to apply heavy tension action uh, from the tendons, right? So in such case, the tension steel that we need to use is high tension steel only. Now coming to the diameter of steel wires. See here I mentioned tendons. Tendons is a combination of group of wires, right? Group of different steel wires. What is the group different? What is the diameter of each and single wire that are twisted together? Diameter of the steel wire that we are using is 2 to 5 millimeter. That different diameters of steel wires are grouped together, which are twisted together to form a cable or tendon or a strand, we can say. Now some people will say like, sir, okay, sir, using this 2 to 5 millimeter diameter of wires which are twisted together, we are going to get tendon. Okay, fine. Now the question is, fine, sir. How this 2 to 5 millimeter wires are manufactured, sir? Because the tendons are manufactured from those wires. Okay, fine. How those steel wires are manufactured? I hope, brother, you know. This is a chamber in which you are keeping the molten steel. When you keep the molten steel in this chamber, this is molten steel, right? This is the diameter of the wires, diameter of the wire, diameter of the holes. The diameter of the holes is kept between 2 to 5 millimeter. If this molten steel is pressed under pressure, this is under pressure. I am applying pressure on this molten steel. I hope you know what is molten steel. Steel which is in the form of very hot form, nothing but molten steel. When I press this hot steel form, this type of wires, hope you are able. This type of wire type of things will come out with diameter between 2 to 5 millimeter. And when this 2 to 5 millimeter diameter wires in hot form are coming out, this I need to solidify. How I can solidify it with the help of cold process from outside with the help of quenching. So quench the red hot steel wires. Quench means cool in your layman language. Cool the red hot steel wires with the help of water. With the help of water. In such case, you are able to get these 2 to 5 millimeter diameter wires. Now the question is, sir, that is fine. Okay. Now you tell me what are the different types of methods of pre-stressing. Yes, I just want to discuss with different methods of pre-stressing. Shall I go to that one, brother? Brother, shall I go to different methods of pre-stressing? Right? Going to different methods of pre-stressing. So methods I already mentioned, like two methods are there. Two methods of pre-stressing. Uh, one is pre-tensioned concrete. Second one is post-tensioned concrete. Pre-tensioned concrete. Second one is post-tensioned concrete. Now, this I had already talked about. I had already shown a sketch. A sketch I had already shown you how we can manufacture this pre-tensioned concrete. So what is this pre-tensioned concrete? In this one, tensioning of tensioning of tendons. Tensioning of tendons is done prior to casting of gut. Prior to casting of gut means prior to casting of concrete itself. So prior to casting of concrete, if we are able to tension the tendons, that method is nothing but pre-tensioned concrete. Where we will use this type of this method of pre-tensioned concrete, brother. I hope you might have seen like you railway sleepers. I hope you know railway sleepers. The railway sleepers are actually made from this pre-tensioned concrete used in sleepers in railway. What is the minimum grade of concrete that we can use for this pre-tensioned concrete? The minimum grade of concrete that we can use for this pre-tensioned concrete is M40. So what is the method that we will employ for manufacturing of this pre-tensioned concrete elements? For the manufacturing of this pre-tensioned concrete elements, there is a system called Hoyer long line system of pre-tensioned concrete. Using this Hoyer long line system of pre-tensioned concrete, we are able to manufacture more number of sleepers at a time. All the sleepers that are manufactured for Indian railways are mostly done by this pre-tensioned concrete only. Right? This is the abutment. I hope clearly you are able to see. Same thing. The same here and here. Here only one concrete has got casted here, but whereas here so many concretes has got casted. Hope clearly you are able to see. Right? Now let me show you how we can manufacture this pre-tensioned concrete for railway sleepers. Now this is abutment 1, maybe this is abutment 2. One abutment I am moving between one abutment to another abutment. Okay, we are keeping a tendon. I hope clearly you can see this is the tendon. This is the tendon which is kept between two abutments. And as one abutment is kept to move to the right hand side, maybe in this way the abutment is moved, and the abutment is moved to the right hand side, brother. The common sense says like this pre-stress, I mean this tendons will be under tension. And the tendons are under tension, so tension force is developed in the tendon. Okay, after desired tension force is developed in the tendon, what you will say, I mean this is one one girder, one pre-stressed concrete, one sleeper. This is second sleeper, this is third sleeper, fourth sleeper framework. Okay, frameworks of four sleepers. And if I cast the concrete within this sleeper, this is if I had casted concrete, if I had casted concrete within the sleeper framework, if I had casted the concrete within the sleeper framework, if I had casted the concrete within the sleeper framework, after the concrete has got casted in the sleeper framework, brother, how I can induce certain compressive action from the tendon on the surrounding concrete. Here if I cut the tendons here, instead of here in this third slide, here in this third slide, how we can apply some compressive force from the tendon on the surrounding concrete by cutting the tendon here, by cutting the tendon here. If I cut the tendon clearly, even here if I cut the tendon, 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 then obviously for this small uh, for the small railway sleeper, or for the small pre-tensioned concrete uh, uh, with this what I can say, with this tendon, maybe tendon, this will get applied as compression force. It will get applied as compression force, right? When it has got applied as compression, then definitely you can see like this is uh, this is here I can say pre-tensioned concrete. Why I can say pre-tensioned concrete? So before the casting of concrete itself, the steel has stressed. So I can say as the steel has got already stressed before casting of concrete, it is pre-tensioned concrete, right? So in this pre-tensioned concrete, how the pre-stress transfer is possible? How the pre-stress transfer is possible, brother? Pre-stress transfer is possible here by bond or friction, because of bond or friction between wire and concrete, because definitely there is a bond between, I hope clearly you can see, because of or due to pre-stress transfer is due to the bond or friction between whom? Between the tendon and the surrounding concrete. Between the tendons and the surrounding concrete. Between tendons and surrounding concrete, we are able to see this, right? Right. So in the pre-stress transfer in case of pre-tensioned concrete is by bond or friction between wire and cable. Now everybody will also will ask us, sir, what is the second type of pre-stressed concrete? The second type of pre-stressed concrete is post-tensioned concrete. Let me show how we can do that. Okay, let me show this post-tension concrete. I hope you are able to see this post-tension concrete. Second one is post-tensioning. What is this post-tension concrete? In the name itself, it was clearly mentioned. Tensioning, tensioning in tendons is done. Tensioning in tendons is done after casting of concrete. That is, after casting of concrete, the tendons were tensioned. In such case, that type of pre-stressing is nothing but post-tensioned concrete, right? So tensioning in the tendons is done after casting of concrete. Where you can see this post-tension concrete, brother, you can see this type of post-tension concrete is used in long span bridges, especially bridges, buildings, roads, slabs, roads and slabs. All these are manufactured by this post-tension concrete. Example, let me show you with the help of a very good example. First of all, you generally you keep this tendon, you keep the tendon, and you keep this framework and cast the concrete. After you cast the concrete, with the help of this end anchorages, brother, with the help of this end anchorages, if you press this end anchorages, if you try to apply tension in this surrounding is if you try to apply tension in tendons with the help of this end anchorages. So with the help of these are end anchorages, I hope clearly you are able to see. So how you can apply these end anchorages, brother? So this is the bearing plate. I hope clearly this is the bearing plate. So with the help of this bearing plate, this through this bearing plate, these pre-stressing wires are kept inside this, right? These pre-stressing wires are kept inside this, and when you are applying, keeping all these wires, 32 wires in this bearing plate, and when you are applying some pressure action with the help of these grips, then definitely, right, this wire, this pre-stressing wire, or I can say the tendon wire will be under tension. As the tendon wire is under tension, the tension in the wire will be applied to the surrounding concrete with the help of this end bearing plates. What is the name? With the help of end bearing plates, I can say. So with the help of end bearing plates, we call these end bearing plates are called as end anchors. Bearing plates are end anchor. So in case of pre-tensioned concrete, if you see pre-tensioned concrete, the pre-stress transfer from tendon to concrete is happening because of bond or friction. Here it is happening because of bond or friction in case of pre-tensioned concrete. But in case of post-tension concrete, if you see, in case of post-tension concrete, the tension from the tendons will be transferred to surrounding concrete as compression because of the terminology called as end anchorages. What are these end anchorages? End anchorages are maybe end bearing plates uh, with tendons gripped. So I hope clearly you can see this. So because of this end bearing plates and all this stuff, we are able to get end anchorage. So the pre-stress transfer mostly in case of post-tension concrete is happening because of this end anchorage. That is the thing that you need to memorize. End anchorages. End anchorages. In addition to this one, here you are able to. This is the tendon. So before you keep this tendon, before you keep the tendon from here to here, this is the duct. Maybe this is the duct. Within this duct, the tendon is kept. After this tendon is kept in the duct, here tendon is kept in the duct. After the tendon is kept in the duct and it is and some tension force is applied, from the from the tendon on the surrounding concrete, with the help of this with the help of this elements called as anti-anchorages. But there is some gap will be between there. This is I hope you can see, there is some gap is there. This, what is the name of this? This is uh, this this is duct. This is, there is a gap between duct and the tendon. The gap between the duct and tendon is completely filled with the help of the gap between tendon and duct is filled by expanding cement or expanding cement. So because of expansion cement between tendon and duct is filled, so the pre-stress transfer from the tendons to the surrounding concrete can be done by, one is by end anchorages and second one is by bond between grout. Because of these two, pre-stress transfer is happening. So in case of post-tensioned concrete especially, what is the minimum grade of concrete that we can use? The minimum grade of concrete that I can use is M30. And in post-tension concrete, there are several methods are there, brother. There are so many methods are there in the market. Out of so many methods, the best method that we can employ for lesser losses in post-tension concrete is by Freycinet method. This Freycinet method is more popular. I hope you are able to see this one. This method is nothing but Freycinet method. Freycinet method. In Freycinet method, how many wires are there, brother? Here, the number of wires here, the number of wires are 32 wires. So this is most popular, and the number of wires in this Freycinet method are 32 wires will be there, and all the 32 wires can be tensioned at a time. When all the 32 wires are tensioned at a time, in such case, the pre-stressing losses are less. So lesser pre-stressing losses are possible. So lesser pre-stressing losses are possible in case of Freycinet method. And how this pre-stress is transferred? The pre-stress is transferred by end anchorages. And coming to end anchorages, what is the type of end anchorages? The end anchorages are here cone wedges. End, anchor end anchorages are cone wedges here. Now, there are another other types of methods are there for this post-tensioning method. The other types of method for this post-tensioning method are, next second method is Magnal Blatten method, or Magnal system. Third method is Gifford-Woodall system. So in this Magnal system or Magnal Blatten system, here also the pre-stress transfer is by end anchorages. End anchorage is the way of pre-stress transfer, no doubt. Okay. In every case of post-tension concrete, the pre-stress transfer is by end anchorages. There is no doubt pre-stress transfer. Okay. In this, how this end anchorages can be made? The end anchorages here, I hope in this one, the end anchorages are made with the help of, what are these names called? These end anchorages are given by flat plates. So I hope this plate is kept embedded inside so that sufficient tension can be provided inside these wires, right? So I can say here end anchorages are majorly by flat plates, whereas in your previous in your previous Freycinet system, end anchorages are by cone wedges. Here cone wedges, I mean, yeah, anchorage, holding of those what I can say, holding of those tendons, we can be happening here with the help of cone wedges, whereas holding of those tendons is happening with the help of flat plates here in Magnal system, whereas in Gifford-Woodall system, okay, end anchorages are here also cone wedges. I hope clearly you are able to see. This is Gifford-Woodall system. These are also end anchorages. So with the help of anchor plates, with the help of these anchor plates called cone wedges, we are going to, what some people will say like, sir, what is this end anchorage? Let me define. End anchorage, holding of what? Holding of tendons or wires. Tendons or wires at the end with the help of system. The help of a system. Name of that system is nothing but end anchor. With the help of with the help of this, if that holding of those weights was done at the ends with the help of cone wedges. The end anchorages are cone wedges. If holding those end anchorages with the help of flat plates, the end anchorages are called as flat plates. So it's a system through which holding of tendons or weights at the ends with the help of the system is possible. That is nothing but end anchorage. So in some of the systems, some of scientists had used holding system as flat plates. Some of the scientists has used another holding system as these cone wedges. Some people has used some end anchorage plates. So it depends. So out of these different methods, I can say the popular one is Freycinet method. This one. In Freycinet method, the end anchorages are cone wedges. The final one is Lee-Meccal system. This is the fourth method of post-tension concrete. Fourth method. I hope you are able to see clearly. I had shown you. This is second method, third method. This is fourth method. Fourth method is Lee-Meccal system. Out of four different systems, the best system that is used in market to reduce the pre-stress loss is this Freycinet method. This is first system. Freycinet system is the first best method in which the end anchorages are cone wedges. Right. Now let me show you how we can make this end anchorage here. So this is post tension concrete. Post tension concrete, which is Lee-Meccal system. This Lee-Meccal system is used to pre-stress wooden beams. And in this Lee-Meccal system, the end anchorage is nuts and bolt system. I hope clearly you are able to see here. This is Lee-Meccal system. Here these are bolts, these are nuts. Clearly you are trying to hold. So I can say of holding, end anchorage of holding, mm, I can say tendons by nuts and bolt system in case of Lee-Meccal system. Where this Lee-Meccal system is useful, brother, this is used in the manufacturing process of pre-stressed wooden beams. There is a lot of difference between pre-stressed concrete. This is Lee-Meccal system is used for pre-stressed wooden beams. Here tendons are not used. Here in this Lee-Meccal system, pre-stressing bars, like pre-stressing rods are used, not tendons. Stressing Stressing rods are used. End anchorages are nut and bolt system I already mentioned. Now because of this one, upward deflection due to pre-stress. So because of this one, here upward deflection is possible, right? Now everybody will say like, sir, at the time of by the time we are pre-stressing this one, what is the maximum allowed deflection that is possible upwards in case of either pre-stressed concrete? This maximum limiting deflection in pre-stressed concrete, delta should always be less than or equal to span by 300. When this delta is less than or equal to span by 300, then in such case we can say, in such case delta is less than or equal to span by 300. In such case, no cracks in concrete. For example, if this deflection is more than span by 300, there will be cracks on the top face at the time of transfer of pre-stress itself. at the time of transfer of pre-stressing force from transfer of pre-stress from tendon to surrounding concrete, from tendon to surrounding concrete. In such case, definitely I can say like cracks at the top layer is possible. In order to stop this type of stuff, to try to keep the pre-stressing force in such a way that this delta should be less than or equal to stand by 300. Is how you need to design uh, by the time to have to stop cracks in pre-stressed concrete. Now some people will say like, sir, okay, fine. So this is how we completed about the introduction part of pre-stressed concrete, brother. In the next coming session, I mean, in the tomorrow session, because the time is almost 1.5 hour today. I mean, 1 hour 20 minutes already today. It's only 10 minutes for me today. So uh, we will continue this session in the next coming session. Right? Before I end this today's topic, today I had completed the basic introduction to pre-stressed concrete. I teach you what are the metals that are used in pre-stressed concrete, different types of pre-stressed concrete. I teach you, and we had seen different methods of pre-stressing also, right? And different codal provisions that are there as per IS 1343. We had seen about the introduction of pre-stressed concrete. In your next coming class, what I will tackle in your next coming class, I will tackle about how to work out resultant stress in case of pre-stressed concrete. In the next class we will tackle that we will take like 2 hours to 3 hours. We will complete the complete resultant stress in the tomorrow's or upcoming session. Before I wind up today's session, I just want to convey there are so much of free content is already happening in Unacademy Learning App, and there are paid courses are also there in Unacademy Learning App. If you are a serious aspirant of GATE or ESE or any other competitive examination, then definitely I can recommend you guys to take this to take this paid course in Unacademy Learning App. Coming to the cost for 12 months duration course, the cost after 10% discount is to 27,225. Right. I can recommend this 12 months subscription for the students who are in final year. Whereas if you are a student who are in third year or second year, I can recommend this 24 months course for students who are in third year or second year, right? In which the cost after 10% discount is 39,600. To avail 10% discount with us, okay, you are bound to use this code VT10. When you are bound to, when you are able to use this code VT10, directly 10% discount will directly come to you on all the courses in Unacademy Learning App, right? So don't forget to, and one more thing, if you can follow me by using this link which is given below. Some people will say like, sir, okay, uh, what are the advantages? First of all, you are asking us to follow you. What is the advantage? If I follow you, what is the advantage, right? When you follow me, there are three advantages are there, brother, for free of cost. The few already the free content done by me for free of cost in Unacademy Learning App, you are able to access that one. Second advantage is at the end of each and every free session, we will provide a free PDF notes to you that also you are going to get for free of cost in Unacademy Learning App. And the third advantage is the future coming free video lectures of mine will be notified to you. This is the third advantages. All these are the three advantages when you are able to follow me. Without paying a single penny, you are able to get that. Last but not least, every day my class is happening in this Let's Crack Gate and ESE Civil YouTube channel. My class is happening by 11 a.m. So stay tuned to this channel. Don't forget to come down to our classes. And for you guys only, we are doing this free content for you, right? And last but not least, please subscribe to our Let's Crack Gate and ESC Civil YouTube channel. If you subscribe to our channel, you will not miss even a single video from our channel. And you can mention the same thing to your friends so that your friends will also get motivated, and they can also avail this free content at least, right? There is no need to pay for this at least, right? And moreover, please raise a thumbs up so that we can do more free content for you in the nearby future, right? So don't forget to press the bell icon. If you press the bell icon, the future coming videos of this channel will be notified to you. For you guys especially, I started a Telegram channel. The name of the Telegram channel is Let's Crack GATE and ESE. And the other name of the Telegram channel I have started is Unacademy underscore Venkata Tilak. If you come down to these groups, Telegram groups, you can post your doubts and I will take care of your doubts, brother. So come down to this Telegram channel and post your doubts. We'll take care of you. Thank you very much and of the session.